And we are back. Tier list time. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Waves 3 and 4, the DLC. It's been a while since I've recorded a Mario Kart tier list. So we're going to quickly scroll through all of these just to show you, one, the categories, and two, where every other track has been ranked. So yeah. So we have horrible / near unplayable. We have bad. We have below average. We have average. We have good. We have great. And we have best. Best is obviously the best, maps I can play for a long time without ever complaining about it getting picked. This is more of like how I would feel about online. Say this track comes up as one of the 4 options to get picked. This is like the likelihood that I would pick it. If this map's here, I'm more than likely always gonna pick it. There are no specific order, by the way. In these categories, they're just all in one category, no order. So. Then we have great. These are maps that I'm more than likely going to pick unless if there's, a best option available. Once again, I'm going to play this map for a while without complaining. Good. This is a map where I once again can play it without getting bored. It's not the greatest map, but it's not a bad map. I have no issue with it. Average. This is a map that I also can play. And I am not going to complain. I'm not going to be ecstatic. I'm not going to be like, yes, I love this map. But I'm not going to be like, this map sucks. Why are we playing this map? Below average, same thing again. I'm going to be a bit disappointed because more than likely if this map gets picked, it means either there are horrible track options or, one of the people picked it and it landed on them. I'm not going to complain too much. I'm still going to race. I'm still probably going to have a good time, but it's definitely not going to be my favorite. Then we have bad. These are ones where I'm going to be upset that we had to play it except on rare occasions, because these maps occasionally can be super fun. And then horrible, near unplayable. These are maps that I almost never have fun with. So it's essentially, I'm going to avoid picking it at all costs because there's never really a fun time on these maps. Like, for example, Cheeseland. Horrible map. But starting us out, these are going to be ranked off of a few categories. Music, background, details within the map to like make it seem like, instead of it being like a Mario course, you can see Mario Circuit Free. That's not a very entertaining map with like details and background stuff. So there's that. There's longevity, like how long I can play without getting bored. And yeah, there's a few more that I'm probably forgetting to say. Rock Mountain on the 3DS, starting out with Wave 3. Rock Mountain is a pretty solid map. I think it's one of the better maps in the game. I really just like everything about it. It doesn't, appeal to one specific thing. The music's good. The background's good. The track is good. The longevity is good. It's just an all-around, very complete map. It doesn't have one thing that stands out, in my opinion. Everything is good. And because of that, we're actually going to go great. Rock Mountain. Next, we have Merry Mountain. This one, on the other hand, I feel like is a very good map. Let's establish it's a great track. I really like the track. I really like the music. But I feel like they went too heavy on the design. I feel like there was just too much to look at. You can easily get distracted from driving to look at the scenery. I feel like they did too much with that. And also, it's a Christmas map, which isn't bad, but it's just not a map to play like midsummer. Like in Christmas time, it's going to hit different. It's like an Animal Crossing map where you get the one you're playing during the season. Say you're playing during winter time, you get the winter theme. Or playing during summer and you get the summer theme. It's just better when you're playing in the theme that you currently are. And like Merry Mountain, I think it's going to be a great map come winter. Probably one of the most played maps, I'd say. But when it comes down to other holidays and time, it's just going to feel awkward. I'm going to put it at good because I feel like they just overdid the accessories to the map. Next, we have London Loop. If you want me to be honest, this is a below average map. This map, I don't even remember a lot from. It's a city map. The tour city maps haven't really been my thing besides New York Minute. And that's just because it's kind of been different from the other ones. I believe it's like the only one that's been set at night. Which is why it sticks out so much to me. But the others, they've just kind of been plain, boring, basic. I understand it's kind of, you're sightseeing, you know, the famous stuff in Mario Kart, but they just don't execute a very good job of doing that. Below average. Blue Lake. I'm also going to put this one below average. And let me get this straight. This is a fine map. I actually enjoy this map, but you have to pay $25. Well, you have to pay, and we're assuming this is at, you know, their standard price. So and this is US money, by the way. 60 for Mario Kart, and then another 25 for the Mario Kart thing. Or you could buy, I think it's $40 for the expansion pack. So either 85 or $100 just to play Blue Lake. There's nothing wrong with this map, but I don't see why it's a DLC map. It's a very short, simple. I just feel like it shouldn't have been a DLC map. If it was in the base, you know, original 48 tracks of the game, I wouldn't complain. But you have to pay additional money in order to play this track, and I just don't see that. I don't like that. This is not a DLC worthy map in my opinion, which is why I'm going to bump it down. Then we have Maple Treeway. I'm biased for Wii maps because that was the first Mario Kart I played was Mario Kart Wii. I've only really played a few of them. I've played, besides the arcade ones, the occasional arcade ones at like an arcade, I've played Wii, 8, and 8 Deluxe. And Tour, but I don't really count Tour. I've never owned any of the 3DS or DS ones, and I've played Double Dash like once, and I played 64 once. But I haven't really played that. I haven't owned the N64 one. My teacher brought it to school on like a school sleepover, which was very fun. And then I own a GameCube, but I just haven't really gotten into Double Dash. I'm kind of waiting for that interest to just peak with me. But anyway, Maple Treeway. There's Bias Mar. One of the best music soundtracks out there. It just really sticks to me. It's a beautiful map. You can get distracted, but ultimately, I feel like it's better to get distracted on that map because it is a pretty difficult map for beginners. And something I actually really like is the fact that the shortcuts aren't blatantly obvious. There's that one at the beginning that's kind of secretive. Not many people know about it or like see it, which I really like. Berlin byways. Here we go again. It's average. Nothing sticks out with this map. It's just a simple, basic map. There isn't anything that is eye-popping. It's a standard Mario Kart map, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's not my thing. Next, we have DS Peach Gardens. This one, I also have a little bit of bias towards, but not in a good way. And we are doing the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version, so we're not doing the DS and Wii versions. And I have to say, I really enjoyed the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version a lot more than I enjoyed the DS and Wii. But that's not going to net it more than average. The maps just aren't me. It hasn't been me. I really like the change from, we're going to say Wii because that was the latest one it was in, to 8 Deluxe. I really like that jump. I like how you're able to like drive backwards and go the other way. I really like that. But it doesn't change it enough to where it would warrant a higher grade. Honestly, it'd probably be a below average. And if we were doing a ranking, it'd probably be the worst below average if they kept the DS/Wii track and didn't change really anything besides the, the graphics and stuff. But since they did add new stuff, it's going to bump it up to average for me. 3DS Rainbow Road. This might get a little bit of criticism, but it's only good. Granted, I've never played a 3DS track. I really liked this when it first came out. I was like, yo, this new Rainbow Road is amazing. I really like it. Probably going to be one of my favorite tracks. And now, I just am looking back at it. I just don't understand why I hate it. Everything's amazing. There's planets you can drive on. There's, a bunch of stuff. The music is great. The scenery, great. The track isn't even bad for Rainbow Road. It's a good, probably one of the better Rainbow Roads for beginners, which is fine. But I don't know why I just don't like it as much as I should. Maybe it's because there's already, 3 Rainbow Roads in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? And I've already played another one with the Wii that I like better than this. So I just don't know why I don't like this map. Maybe I'm just sick of Rainbow Roads? I don't know. Granted, it's good. And here's the thing, I would love to play this map online. But if I'm playing a Grand Prix or just a verse race, or, with my friends or family, this isn't a map I'm going to be like, we have to play. Or, it's not going to be very high on the list if it is. Unless if they say otherwise. Amsterdam Drift. Let's go right back down here to below average. You're going to see a theme with these tour maps. These tour maps are basic as hell. They don't stick out. They're plain old Mario Kart maps. That's the issue. They don't stand out. They're not going to get a good grade if they're just like every other Mario Kart map. They need to have a differential factor that's actually like good. Like Mount Wario, with it being go from point A to point B instead of going in laps. You go from one end of the mountain to the other. Or another one where, let's scroll up and get an example. We'll say Mushroom Gorge, where it's just so fun to play. Granted, Mushroom Gorge I buy, so that's actually do Excite Bike. It's basic, but it's very fun with basic because it allows the new, not as good players to keep up because it's just a circle. And there's so much chaos that can go on. It's so fun. Amsterdam Drift, it's basic. There's nothing else to it. Below average. If you're going to be basic, And you're going to be a DLC course. You're not going to get a good grade. I'm fine with the basic maps if you're in the main part of the game. But when you are a DLC and it's not free, where you have to pay for this DLC, which could be 25 or 40 bucks depending on if you just buy the booster pass or online expansion pack. That's not a good deal, getting these basic maps, and they're in like one every cup because they're trying to get those tour maps to the 8 Deluxe players because they know people don't like tours, so they're trying to get the tour maps into 8 Deluxe to hopefully, get people to play tour, and it's just not working because these tour maps are basic, and that's all they're going to be. Riverside Park. This is a map I've played, and once again, I'm going to get criticism for this. It's average. I don't see what's so great about this map. I think it's a solid map, but once again, I think my heart is just in the wrong spot with this map. I think this is, in my opinion, I could be wrong, one of the most liked maps by the Mario Kart community. It looks amazing. Let's just get that out of the way. This map looks amazing. It's one of the best looking maps in 8 Deluxe. With, the time of day it is. You can see, it's kind of towards sunset time. That's just a beautiful time. Sun, beautiful, the sky color. But it's just not for me. DK Summit, this is another one. Even though it's on the Wii, it's just isn't me for some reason. This one doesn't say, hey, you're going to love this map. This says, hey, I'm willing to play it. I'm going to have an okay time, but it's not going to really pull me in to continue playing. And that's the thing with this DLC pack. I have no issue saying this and kind of spoiling. It took me a long time to play this DLC map. I played it when it came out. I only completed the first 2 cups on 150. And then I just stopped. Because I didn't enjoy it. These maps aren't for me. And that's just going to affect the rating. Since this is a Wii and I have played it before. And I really enjoy it on the Wii. I just feel like they downgraded it on the Wii. From the... And I don't know how you downgrade. Well, they did Kokomo Mall. Since we're rating the new version, I'll put it in good. But that's about it. Next, we have Yoshi's Island. Here's one that you guys can finally look forward to. It was a new map. Who doesn't like new maps? This is biased as well, because Yoshi, that's my dude. I have him in my YouTube name. I have a bunch of stuff of Yoshi. I'm a huge fan of him. I have a lot of his games as well. Starting from the 3DS with New Island Free to Woolly World and Crafted World or whatever. I have to have bias here. Now, I need to look at these actually quickly. Okay. Bangkok Rush. This one's bad. And I have no issue saying that. This one does not stick out to me. And that's just it. Mario's, I'm going to move on because it's just another basic tour map. But this one I, hated playing the whole time. It wasn't okay, yeah, let's keep playing, blah, 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 I messed up. It was oh, I have to do this again. Mario Circuit. DS Mario Circuit. This is going to get a few people angry, I feel like. This is an amazing map. I'm going to say right now, I'm going to actually move it down to great. But just know, I think this is one of the best maps they've made. I have no issue saying that. It's nothing special, but it just is me. And it sucks that they waited later. And I'm talking about with Wave 4, by the way. Wave 3, I was fine with when I said, Wave 4, Wave 4 I struggled playing with. Wave 3, I easily got done. This was the map I would like. If I, got 57 on Ace, trying to get 60, this would be the map that made me keep going because I enjoyed it so much. And I also enjoyed Waluigi Stadium so much. I don't know why they waited so long to make. I don't know why the first cup was essentially one of the worst ever. And then you just have this second one being amazing. But, man, when I tell you that this cup really stuck to me. And ending it off, Singapore Speedway is actually not going to go in average. It's going to go in good. I enjoyed Singapore Speedway as well, and that's weird to say for a tour map. It's like they actually did good with this. They had a horrible cup and then came back with the other one being so good, which is why I was so okay with it. And I think the issue is Yoshi Island couldn't carry the one track or the one cup. It just couldn't. And I think the other one is Bangkok Rush isn't that bad either. I'll just go ahead and say it. But I feel like in comparison to the other 3 tracks in that cup, it just makes Bangkok Rush look bad. Because the other 3 are such a great map in terms of everything. Music, scenery, looks, longevity of the track, distance. It doesn't, go on forever. It doesn't get boring. And it doesn't feel like, man, it's already over. No, this was the perfect cup nearly for a DLC track for me. And that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed. I did. I will see you guys next time, which will be on Friday with Bear's franchise. But the next Mario Kart 1 will be when the final wave drops, which will be late 2023, and it's mid-June as I'm recording this, so we got a long way to go until the final one. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Goodbye. And I think I'm finally going to make a playlist. Well, obviously you're going to be able to tell. With the first 5 videos, or how many is there? Yeah, 5 videos. So you guys can kind of watch them all in order of my opinion on these tracks. Alright, goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.